Duelist Advance has landed, and we have some interesting challengers. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more there have been a lot of cool challengers coming out of Duelist Advance out here, but the problem here with all of this is well, this meta is not doing too well. We're seeing a lot of really strong contenders in the deck build pack influence, and isn't that cool? Deck build packs change the way the game works now. So up here on S tier, you're going to have Dragon Tail doing absolutely decimating things to this meta. I'm not all that surprised to see that this deck is still reigning on top, but okay, in S minus, holy crap, we've branched out the S tiers. All right, so we have Yummy and we have Malice. It's really cool to still see that Malice still has held on this entire time out here, being a very strong contender. Good stuff to that. Now we branch on down into A tier, which actually is just K9 and Vanquish Soul doing relatively good things out here. Vanquish Soul's explosion of value is actually kind of insane right now. Now, B tier, we also have Lunalite and Blue-Eyes Primite. You know, seeing Blue-Eyes Primite still holding on out here is phenomenal. Like, even as like a rogue challenger, good job, Konami. You've made Blue-Eyes do well. Now, down here in C tier, we do get to see Ryuji Gaga doing its thing, but that was something you didn't think you would see. We have Cristron, White Forest, Sky Striker, and Tenpai. Well, Tenpai still steals games. Sky Striker dismantles boards really well, and so forth. And then D tier, we have Momento, Ryuji, Gem Knights, Super Quantals, and yes, that's Monarchs as well. Let's pass on over to deck list. Starting things off here, we have Dragon Tails. Woo! The OCG has been very adamant about this deck. This deck, it just feels so incredibly good. Now, you do see this list is playing the Magistus stuff. I wonder when we will actually get the Magistus stuff out here to actually make a difference on this. But the thing that sets this deck kind of over the edge now is the fact that you have access to Mysterion. Mysterion is going to be an insanely broken card, and also it appears that Contact C has been moving up the ranks out here as a broken card. Next up here, Yummy. Woo! See, we're on a Sky Striker generation package of the Hornet drones. We're not even playing engages or anything like that to search for this, which is kind of interesting. I guess you don't really have to dedicate a slot to trying to abuse it, but as long as you can see it and actually get things going, you're going to be good to go. I don't see anything else in particularly crazy about this list. Oh, hi, Malice. We're back on the one shifter in the main deck. You know, if you see the shifter and you're able to get it to stick and you put your opponent in that oops bad position, you're probably gonna win the game. That's usually what happens when shifter gets the chance to stick around out here and actually resolve. I look forward to seeing some more Malice shenanigans out here. You know, our build's been reduced, but we'll see how they do. Ah, K9. So this deck is just kind of the anti-hand trap monster. You know, you get the game plan to kind of play during the opponent's turn. You get the setup, and you're kind of just able to go off to the races from there. You also do see the Disc Blaster is definitely becoming a huge powerhouse out here in this deck. I really am just happy to report that Disc Blaster is getting a chance to shine right now. So we take these where we can actually get them. Also appears that Vanquish Soul has been on the move out here as well. There have been a lot of good Vanquish Soul discussion points out here. Also, the Sage evidently just changes the way that this deck fundamentally wants to play. You also do see that we get to play the K9 package in here. The fact that the K9 package just splashes into this is freaking nuts, man. And you're telling me that these cards are able just to dismantle my opponent? Yeah. All right, ooh, we have Lunalites for you. This is one of the things I was like super happy to see out here on the front of Lunalites, because I was hoping that this deck would actually get a chance to shine, and it actually is. In terms of build, yes, we are doing Fractals in here, which I think is fine. It does get some of the extra dumping capability set up so you can actually play the game, and so forth. All right, I don't see anything else out here. This looks pretty gosh darn good for what we're working with here. We also have some Blue Eyes White Dragon for you. Talk about standard is a standard B. You have the ghost spells in here. You do have the one drill beam in the main. The Fangless build, the OCG doesn't even really want to toss around extra drill beams in these builds. It's always going to be kind of interesting to me because I feel like Drill Beam is just one of the craziest cards. And of course, we've also got the super poly target for Mysterion in here now. So at least you can board break your opponent, right? All right, we have the Gaga Rizal pile. And just getting the chance to see the Gaga Dota interactions with this, just to give you those turbo rank 4 plays, is absolutely beautiful, man. I also do see you have the level 5 modifiers in here too as well. That's freaking funny. I also do get to see dimensional fissures showing up down here and being a very, very strong help as well. Next up here we have the Cristron K9 pile. This deck has been, I think, one of our standard plays for a while now. You're able just to kind of capitalize on the K9 stuff for defense, but you're also able to go through all the extra lines to put that pressure on your opponent. That's the idea, right? Anti-hand traps in a deck that normally is a little bit more fragile and susceptible to hand traps. As long as you can get those lines to stick, you should be in an extremely good position out here. Next up, we have the power of White Forest. I am actually surprised to see that we have been cutting the other Diablaze in here, but I don't know, the OCG is still going fully strong on this on their side, so I do kind of appreciate seeing that. We also have, oh boy, Raigekis to blow up my opponent's field. Black Goat Laughs. The OCG does not even like playing Black Goat Laughs in this deck, which is kind of interesting to say the least, but some good value down here for instant fusion. Alright, woo, Sky Striker. We are going with 2 copies of the Bounce Spell card, which I love to see. We're also going with 2 Kagari and 2 Shizuku in here. I guess it makes sense because the spell card can actually cycle them back into the deck, so you can set up. I also do see that we are playing the Sky Striker Link 1 in here, the Phantom. That was not something I thought I would see picking up, but that's good to see. Oh, hi Tenpai. How are you? Still going with the triple Sengen Kaiman. I mean, must be nice, right? The OCG gets some blowout cards. TCG is kind of like, oh, hey, you know, we're forced to rely on, like, the delusional bad half of things. It still works out, but still leaves a lot to be desired. And, of course, you know, you are going to stick around, play the one shifter. I mean, once again, blowout cards they're here to do exactly as you need to do against your opponent. All right. Oh, hi, Momento. Okay, got the Super Polys built in today. You do see that the Mysterion is doing its absolute darndest down here to blow out the opponent. Triple Memento Fusion. Anything spicy in the extract? I mean, they're still playing. They still have Apollosa. It's freaking wild to me. But I guess I appreciate the fact that you do get to see Apollosa being a strong powerhouse card. All right. Ooh, we also have Ryuji for you. Didn't expect to see this. Going with the triple Dark Rule and no more in the main deck. So we're playing the old Mysterion monster, which I think you're going to want to upgrade that ASAP just so that you can, you know, play the game and do your thing. Going through the double Varudris, which I also think is pretty normal at this stage. Malong as well. Yeah, this looks pretty strong, actually. We appreciate just how much power this deck can have. And then we have, wow, Gem Knights. You know, this deck feels like it's so far in the past at this point, but see, we've had to loop back around to playing Block Dragon at this point, which is kind of disappointing, but, you know, it does get the job done. one Brilliant Fusion. Man, it's so sad in here. At least you get to play the one Gemini Fusion, right? This deck is just set up the good combo pieces and go to town. And if you're able to do so, it will reward you greatly. Oh, Super Quantums. This list is not playing K9 cards. I think the more successful variant was definitely wanting to have access to those cards. This is going more the pure side of things, which isn't awful. Don't get me wrong, all right? You do want to have the basic Super Quantal stuff being able to filter into the deck and help you out with those key plays, but it does feel a little bit rough not having access to, you know, that K9 stuff for those defensive options. And our last list here is Monarchs. Talk about just Vanities and Majesty's Fiends Turbo. And then, of course, Ether and all of this. We're not even relying on, you know, the Karaz plays anymore. That was the thing that kind of made this deck always kind of stick out, was Karaz was going to be your assister. You know, you'd be able to deploy it, start dismantling the opponent's field, and once you were basically done with all of that, you were just mission accomplished. So, anything saucy this week? I think a lot of this was, but please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.